In this video for Bentley OpenBuildings Designer, Connect Edition, Modeling HVAC Systems, we'll take a look at how we utilize an AccuDraw shortcut to insert fittings into duct that we already have modeled in our model. So I'm here in my model. I'm coming to the mechanical tab in the ribbon interface. I'll continue to place some duct on some that I've got here in my model. So I'll go to the duct command here. And I see I have part family orientation size shape turned on, so meaning I'll match what I have in my model. So let's say I'm just going to run some additional duct right here. I'll do a right click to stop the placement and one more right click reset on my mouse to end the command. I'll come to the duct accessory tool in the ribbon interface and select my catalog item, rectangular T. Don't forget, in the property panel, we can utilize this search function. So I'm typing in T so that my list here is filtered. And I see I have different categories. Here's rectangular duct fittings, and I'll select my duct fitting rectangular T. We see it in our preview here. I will go ahead and set my construction phase to be new construction. And again, in the ribbon interface, I have part family orientation, size, and shape turned on. This means that it will just match those properties of existing ductwork in my model. So it'll match the part and family. It will match the orientation. It will match the size. It will match the shape. Notice the size of the connection on the T accessory here is quite different from the duct that I modeled, but if I simply snap onto the end of it, it will match the size of that duct. Now I've got it snapped on to the connection point there. I see that my AccuSnap, that yellow X, is indicating that I'm snapped onto that point. But before I do an accept, which is a left click on the mouse, I'll hit F11 on my keyboard. That puts my focus into AccuDraw, and I'll type in RI. So R, notice how I get this list that pops up. These are additional keyboard strokes that I can type in to activate that particular component. So notice that the I says set inline fitting mode. So I press I on my keyboard. So now, instead of placing that T on the end of that run of ductwork, I can locate it here within the model. Now I can also type in RW, which means rotate fitting left, before I accept that placement. Notice how the connection is now facing to the left instead of down. If I continue to type in RW, now it's going up. Now it's coming out here towards me. And then I can just left click to accept that placement of the T. And I use the AccuDraw shortcut RI to insert the fitting into the run of ductwork. I'll do a right click on my mouse to reset. Notice how the run of duct was broken into two pieces and the fitting was inserted into that run of duct. Now, one thing interesting here is if I delete that fitting, I'll hit delete on my keyboard after I select it. Well, that duct heals itself. So I don't have to do any extra operation to put that back into one piece of ductwork if I need to. I am going to undo that with a Control Z. So using RI AccuDraw shortcut, with my focus in AccuDraw, I'll press F11. If I type in a question mark on my keyboard, this opens up the AccuDraw keyboard shortcut list. I've got it expanded here. It will open up looking like this. And you can see the various AccuDraw shortcuts that we use as we're modeling and drafting. And notice R has that additional plus sign here. That means it's two keyboard strokes. So RI I use to do the insert fitting. RW I use to rotate left. And so you can see here are some mechanical specific AccuDraw shortcuts. And if we look, there's the one I just used, set inline fitting mode. I also used rotate fitting left. So you see all these ones that the key in says B mechanical, that stands for Bentley Mechanical. These are specific to the mechanical discipline in OpenBuildings Designer. So some nice functionality here to help you with your modeling of your HVAC components. Thanks for watching.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.